Right, SmackDown came from Italy, or Bologna, Italy to be precise this week. A mixed bag of a show. Again, I think the crowd really helped the show because personally, I didn't really think it was that good. We opened up with Randy Orton, though was going to cut a promo, but was interrupted straight away by Kevin Owens. Kevin said, "Look, I'm sorry for everything. If you and I could go back and be a tag team and we go for the tag titles at WrestleMania, what you say?" Randy said, "No, I want to kick your damn skull at WrestleMania," setting up the match between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Personally, this needs a stipulation. It can't just be a one-on-one normal match. You have to do last man standing, Extreme Rules, no holds barred, even steel cage, Hell in a Cell, whatever. It can't be a normal match. Street fight. We had Sammy and Kevin in a street fight or an unsanctioned match. These two have got even more hatred amongst each other right now. So personally, give us another stipulation match for Kevin Owens. I think this was personally my favourite part of the show. Well, from the men's division at least. Drew McIntyre and Shinsuke Nakamura faced against Damian Priest and Jimmy Uso. It was a decent match. It wasn't that exciting. Jimmy hit a nice dive at the top rope, and everyone on Twitter was like, "Oh my god, Jimmy Uso could do that, but Jey Uso can't." Shut up. But Damian Priest again picks up a win again. He hasn't lost for I don't even know how long. Obviously, he lost at the Chamber, but he got screwed at the Chamber. Like Drew didn't get screwed. I don't really know. Drew then beat down Damian Priest. Said, "I'm going to take everything from you." These two are fighting a Mania. It just doesn't give me much hype. I'm sure the match will be good because they're two good wrestlers. But at the same time, what are we doing with Shinsuke and Jimmy as well? I don't know what the goal for Jimmy Uso is right now. To be honest, he didn't really get much action in the match. Next up, we had the promo for Tiffany Stratton's and Charlotte Flair's match at WrestleMania. I was hoping Charlotte Flair wouldn't bury Tiffany on the mic, and I was completely wrong. By the way, loving the posters for Mania. Tiffany was like, "I'm gonna have so many years to do this, Charlotte. I'm gonna be able to emulate anything you've done." Charlotte's like, "Kid, shut up. If you were in the business the same age that I was, you wouldn't have a job right now." Charlotte basically buried Tiffany on the mic. This is a problem. This is a big problem. Tiffany did not look good in this promo at all. Again, people online saying, "Oh yeah, Tiffany was cooking Charlotte." No, she wasn't. Charlotte is a 14-time champion, and she just buried the up-and-coming superstar before their WrestleMania match, and it worries me because I do think they're gonna go with the route of Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair. Death taxes. Charlotte Flair winning a championship when she comes back from injury, and it just sucks for Tiffany. Tiffany as a face, it's not fully working yet. I know there's still time, but they need to do something else with this feud because this again wasn't the right thing to do. Because Charlotte was just, it was like dismissing a kid. Tiffany didn't get any good. Well, she got a couple good shots, I guess, on Charlotte. They need to have like a full-on, proper good segment next week in London. Tiffany pull up to Charlotte Flair's ass at this point and attack her because at this point, I don't think anyone cares about this feud. It's gonna really be all down to the match and I guess who wins. We moved on next to Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu. A very solid match between these two. Braun and Jacob working together is perfect. They got great chemistry. Frustrating ending though. For some reason, Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa thought it'd be a good idea to disqualify Jacob Fatu from a title potential match. So Jacob now doesn't get a shot at the US title. Next week will be LA Knight versus Braun Strowman, thanks to DQ. This was awful. Again, the booking tonight was not great. I enjoyed the match, and then what is Solo doing? Why? Why are you doing it? Jacob wasn't gonna lose that. He was gonna kick out. He was gonna get up. I'm thinking Jacob's going solo. I don't think he's bringing Tama Tonga or Tonga Loa with him because what was the point? Jacob Fatu can't. You just can't do that to him. You didn't deserve that. I wanted to see Jake versus LA Knight in London because there was the potential. Yeah, we could have given a new champion. I guess they don't want to take the belt off LA Knight yet, but at the same time, do people really want long title reigns? Because I'm not a person who enjoys them now. But yeah, LA Knight and Braun Strowman will go 1-on-1 next week in London for the United States Championship. I guess SmackDown's looking a little bit better next week than it was this week. I'll get to the main event because I know people are going to not be happy with what I said. I'm going to give my reasons why I didn't think it was actually that good. But yeah, I'm sure LA Knight's going to retain against Braun Strowman next week because Braun Strowman is not going to become the United States Champion, let's be honest. What are we doing with LA Knight at the WrestleMania? I think he's got to lose the belt to Jacob too. But it won't be because it'll be Solo versus Jacob. As we saw in a backstage segment, Jacob is losing it. And rightfully so. At one point it is going to be, I hate you Solo. And that crowd is going to pop for him. Again, massive shout out to the crowd yet again. Italy's crowd was fantastic. Made people care about matches which no one would really enjoy. Piper Niven beat Zelina Vega. Why we did this? Because I thought Chelsea Green's next opponent would be Zelina Vega. And she would have to beat Piper. And I thought, okay, she's definitely going to beat Piper. Ringside, distractions from Hour of Fire and Chelsea Green. And Piper Niven picked up the win. Oh, and Zelina Vega got an awful new theme. Fire Death Rebel, please. They are hyped up the Seth Roman Punk Under One Roof segment throughout the show, and again, it's just the problem I had with the main event segment. It didn't live up to the hype, in my opinion. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton was made official for WrestleMania. That'll be a really good match. The matches at Mania look decent. Well, some of them do. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez came out next to face Jade Cargill. This was Jade's first match since returning from injury. And Liv is actually Italian, which did not know that she was Italian at all. And she also becomes the first person in WWE to pin Jade Cargill. Thanks to a bit of help from Naomi hitting Jade with the tag title. Decent match. Liv went for the Oblivion the first time. Jade just picked her and yeeted her into the ring. Raquel kind of did a distraction. Naomi then clocked Jade with the belt. Liv hit the Oblivion. 1, 2, 3. Naomi then started beating up Jade. But Liv picking up a win over Jade Cargill. And WWE still not having any ideas what to do with Liv at WrestleMania. It's just really crazy. Because yeah, that's the first time Jade's been pinned. And that was her return match as well, which is kind of crazy. I really thought Liv was getting buried. Because I just have no faith in her booking. But she picks up yet another win. So in 2025, she's beaten Jade Cargill, Naomi, Io Sky, Bianca Belair. She obviously pinned Rhea Ripley last year at SummerSlam. And they still have nothing for Liv Morgan to do at WrestleMania. It does piss me off just a bit. Naomi as a heel, I'm excited to see where we go on this. Love the gear she brought back. I don't know if she wore caution tape on the night she attacked Jade, or if this is like a shout out to Jade caution. Who knows, but cool. Cool segment after the match. Street Profits retained their tag team championships against Legado del Fantasma. Good match, really strong match. Crowd made it like a WrestleMania worthy match. US crowds would be dead silent for it, let's be honest. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I just wanted to get to the main event. Roman came out to an incredible pop from the Italian crowd. This was the thing where I was like, okay, here we go, we're cooking, locked in. Roman coming out first. They went, because we're on Netflix, the entrance got basically skipped for people in other country. So Roman's entrance doesn't take 700 hours. Put the wands up in the sky. Heyman does the pray. Roman gets down to the ring pretty damn quickly for a Roman Reigns entrance. He says Bologna. Acknowledge the OTC or the Your Tribal Chief. Big crowd reaction yet again. Says he's going to be here for 15-20 minutes. I don't even think it was 15-20. If we're taking out the entrances, they talked for like maybe 3 flipping minutes. Seth Rollins came out, interrupted Roman Reigns. The promo battle between Seth and Roman was a hell of a lot better than what we got with all 3 of them in the ring. Seth, yeah, again, wearing some interesting clothing. Punk came out, great reaction for him as well. The crowd was singing Seth's "Whoa," and then the crowd was singing Hot Personality. This was good. This was brilliant. These moments were good. And then it just died. It just died as soon as all 3 of them were in the ring. It started off decent. Punk was like, I'm gonna, Paul, you, remember, you have a favour you owe me. And Heyman's like, no, not now. Punk goes, yeah, I know, not now. And just clocks Roman in the back of the head. Am I wrong for wanting, like, a promo battle instead of a brawl? Because we keep getting brawls in these builds to Mania. Jay, Gunther, brawl. Tiffany, Charlotte, brawl. Randy, Kevin, brawl. This, brawl. Io, Bianca, Rhea, brawl. I get, well, kind of. I don't know. I did want Cena and Cody was to have a brawl, but after the promo, we didn't get much time on the promo. Maybe I'm just getting picky because we've had a brawl every single week. But they did kind of make it a decent brawl. It looked weak at points when Seth was trying to punch Roman and pull Punk off and everything. But at that point, Heyman just dipped out the ring. Again, Roman was hitting Seth, hitting Punk. It was basically who hates each other the most at this point in this little thing. Punk pointed at the WrestleMania sign, and they did this with every single person. Punk was the first one to do it. Then he jumped off the barricade, leaped on people. Roman picks up the steel steps, clocks Punk with the steps. Then he hits Seth with the steps as well. Nearly hits the referee with the steps. This was good. I mean, I enjoyed this bit with the steel steps. And then the show kind of just... You thought, okay, we've got 5 minutes left, so someone can get on the mic. Security came down, but can we fuck off with this stuff? We don't need security ruining every single brawl in WWE. Seriously, we don't need it. We want them to fight. Let them fucking fight. Bringing in security ruins the brawls because it's like, oh, here we go again. Here comes security to break them up. Well, they're going to break out for a second, and then, oh, security's back. Yet again. It just doesn't feel right. Seth pointed at the WrestleMania sign. The last person, though, to point at the WrestleMania sign was indeed Roman Reigns, which was kind of the closing shot of this SmackDown. Roman points at the WrestleMania sign. The credits get rolling. They're still brawling, I believe, and that's it. I just felt that was really underwhelming. You got having the Cena and Cody segment on Raw, which was really good. Yeah, overran. And this got, what, like 15 minutes, including entrances? So if we're talking about promo thing, 3 minutes. Brawl about 4 minutes. I don't know, it just didn't feel right. It felt rushed. It felt like they wanted to get the show off air. I'm sure the build to this match is going to be good. In London, I guess they're waiting to pull out all the stops in London. But why? Why not give us something but Italy? We all wanted something cool. We want to know the favour. What is the fucking favour? But that is my review of Friday Night SmackDown. An average show. I think the hype around it probably didn't help it. How they built up the main event for this thing, it didn't deliver. In my personal opinion, it didn't. But some people might have enjoyed the brawl. I just think it sucked. I wanted more on the mic. They're all good on the mic. Why won't give us more on the mic? Anyway, I'll see you all for next video. Bye for now.